Hollywood has been reeling from one scandal after another, but nothing could have prepared fans for the latest bombshell involving Sam Heughan and Dakota Johnson. Just as the dust was beginning to settle from the explosive feud that sent Dakota to the hospital, another revelation emerged, one that changed the entire narrative overnight. Reports confirmed that during her hospital visit, Dakota stunned doctors, friends, and ultimately the world when she revealed that she was pregnant, and that the father was none other than Sam Heughan. The news broke in whispers at first. Sources close to the situation claimed that during her evaluation following the shocking altercation that had landed her in the hospital, Dakota confided to medical staff and inner circle friends that she was expecting. Within hours, the story leaked to the press. What began as a rumor quickly escalated into a full-blown media firestorm when entertainment outlets blasted the headline across their platforms: Dakota Johnson pregnant, Sam Heughan to be a father. For fans, the revelation was almost too much to process. Sam Heughan, the Scottish actor known for embodying Jamie Fraser in Outlander, had built his reputation on mystery and discretion. For over a decade, he had managed to dodge intrusive questions about his personal life, carefully protecting his privacy while feeding the romantic fantasies of millions. But now, the very privacy he had so fiercely defended was shattered in an instant. Sam wasn't just in love, he was about to become a father. The circumstances surrounding the revelation only amplified its impact. Coming on the heels of a scandal already involving Caitríona Balfe, the timing seemed almost cinematic. Fans who had once celebrated the camaraderie between Sam and Caitríona were still grappling with headlines of tension and betrayal. And now, Dakota's pregnancy threw gasoline on an already raging fire. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from a love triangle scandal to a story of impending parenthood that no one saw coming. Reactions were swift and intense. Social media exploded with disbelief, anger, and in some corners, elation. On Twitter, hashtags like #SamBabyBombshell, #DakotaPregnant, and #HeughanDad began trending within hours. Fan forums, usually devoted to episode analyses and character theories, turned into battlegrounds. One faction congratulated Sam and Dakota, framing the news as a beautiful new chapter in their lives. Another faction expressed fury, accusing Sam of deceiving his fanbase and betraying the trust that had sustained his career for years. The skepticism was palpable. Some fans refused to believe the story at all, dismissing it as tabloid fabrication designed to cash in on the drama. Others scrutinized the timeline, raising questions about when the relationship had begun, and why Sam had kept it secret for so long. Was Dakota's pregnancy the reason behind Sam's sudden marriage announcement? Was it an accident, or had the couple been planning this all along? With no official statements from Sam or Dakota, speculation ran wild. Hollywood insiders were quick to weigh in. PR experts called it one of the most volatile celebrity scandals in recent years. The timing is brutal, one strategist noted. Instead of celebrating fatherhood, Sam is facing backlash because fans feel blindsided. The secrecy that once worked in his favor is now being used against him. Another insider put it more bluntly: this isn't just a personal revelation. It's a career-defining moment. How he handles this will determine everything. For Dakota Johnson, the revelation reshaped her role in the scandal. Once painted as the victim in a feud that had sent her to the hospital, she was now thrust into the spotlight as the expectant mother of Sam's child. Sympathy quickly turned to scrutiny. Tabloids resurfaced her past relationships, framing her pregnancy as the latest twist in a storied Hollywood legacy. While some praised her bravery in revealing the news, others accused her of exploiting the moment for attention. The implications for Sam were even heavier. Beyond the personal joy of impending fatherhood, he now faced public judgment like never before. Fans who had once adored him for his romantic image as Jamie Fraser struggled to reconcile that fantasy with the reality of a man preparing for fatherhood under scandalous circumstances. His image as the mysterious bachelor, carefully cultivated for more than a decade, was effectively destroyed in a single headline. By the end of the day, the pregnancy revelation had eclipsed every other story in Hollywood. What had started as whispers in a hospital room became a global spectacle, with millions of fans and critics alike weighing in on Sam Heughan's future. Would he embrace the role of father publicly? Would he defend Dakota against the backlash? Or would his silence, the very tool that had protected him for so long, finally betray him? One thing was certain. Dakota Johnson's hospital revelation had changed everything. Sam Heughan was no longer just an actor or a celebrity caught in a scandal. He was a man whose private choices had spilled into the public arena, leaving fans speechless, critics ruthless, and Hollywood bracing for the next chapter of a story that was far from over. The revelation that Dakota Johnson was pregnant with Sam Heughan's baby didn't just shock Hollywood. It detonated like a bomb, sending ripples across fandoms, media outlets, and the entertainment industry itself. Overnight, Sam wasn't just the Scottish actor beloved for his portrayal of Jamie Fraser. He was now thrust into an entirely new narrative, Hollywood's most controversial dad-to-be. The backlash arrived in waves. Fans who had once built their fantasies around Sam as the eternally available heartthrob felt betrayed. Social media platforms turned into battlefields, with hashtags like #SamDragged, #BabyBombshell, and #Outlander chaos dominating global trends. He sold us the image of a bachelor for years, one fan wrote bitterly. Now he's been hiding a fiancé and a baby? We've been played. Another voice countered. He's human, not Jamie Fraser. He deserves love and family just like anyone else. The divide was sharp. For some, the pregnancy was a moment of celebration, proof that Sam had finally found happiness in private after years of secrecy. For others, it felt like a betrayal of trust, an illusion shattered. Fandom is rarely rational, and the emotional investment of millions was now crashing headlong into the reality of Sam's private choices. Caitríona Balfe was inevitably dragged back into the spotlight. Even though she had nothing to do with Dakota's pregnancy, the media couldn't resist framing the story as part of an ongoing saga. Headlines speculated how Caitríona really feels about Sam becoming a dad, and, from screen wife to outsider, Balfe silent on Baby Bombshell. Paparazzi captured her at events, where every smile, every pause, and every look was dissected as potential commentary. To fans who had long shipped Jamie and Claire off-screen, Caitríona's silence was deafening. Inside Hollywood, commentators debated what the revelation meant for Sam's career. For years, his image had been carefully curated, mysterious, charming, untouchable. Now, that brand was in tatters. This isn't just about a baby, one PR strategist said. It's about control. Sam lost control of his narrative, and when you lose control in Hollywood, everyone else writes the story for you. Studios and brands reportedly began holding quiet conversations about whether the scandal would affect Sam's marketability. His whiskey brand, book tours, and even stage projects were suddenly overshadowed by endless questions about fatherhood, responsibility, and secrecy. The scrutiny extended to Dakota Johnson as well. Though she was the expectant mother, she found herself both supported and criticized. Some praised her bravery in revealing the pregnancy, framing her as the victim of relentless speculation who had finally chosen to speak her truth. Others accused her of using the moment to solidify her place in Sam's narrative, pointing to her Hollywood lineage and history of high-profile relationships as evidence that she thrived in the spotlight. The hospital setting of her revelation only made the story more sensational, adding an air of drama that tabloids exploited ruthlessly. Meanwhile, Sam's silence grew deafening. As the backlash escalated, fans and critics alike demanded a statement. Was he happy about the baby? Was he committed to Dakota? How would this affect his future with Outlander and beyond? But Sam said nothing. His refusal to engage only fueled speculation, with some accusing him of cowardice while others insisted he was wisely protecting his family. Fandom reactions grew increasingly extreme. Some supporters began creating celebratory edits of Sam and Dakota as future parents, imagining a new chapter in his life. Others called for boycotts of his work, vowing never to watch another project because he wasn't the man they thought he was. In fan groups, the divide widened into outright hostility, turning once loyal communities into arenas of conflict. The press thrived on the chaos. Talk shows opened with jokes about Sam's baby bombshell, gossip magazines printed exclusive timelines of his secret relationship, and celebrity commentators predicted a rocky road ahead. Even mainstream outlets framed the story as more than a pregnancy. It was a cultural moment, highlighting the dangers of celebrity secrecy and the price of fandom obsession. Through it all, one truth became clear. The baby bombshell had rewritten Sam Heughan's story forever. He was no longer just the mysterious bachelor or the romantic Scottish hero. He was a man facing fatherhood under the harshest glare of public scrutiny. Whether fans chose to celebrate or condemn him, his life had changed irrevocably. As Hollywood buzzed and fandoms fractured, one haunting question remained unanswered. Would Sam embrace the chaos and step proudly into the role of father, or would the backlash consume him, leaving his legacy forever tied not to his acting achievements, but to the scandal that turned his private life into a global spectacle?